What is the overall experience for a government agency doing a purchase through GSA versus through their own contract?
GSA did a lot of research on this question a few years back, and one of the very interesting things they found was an agency or really a buyer going out and doing their own contract. That's often about 400 or so labor hours, right? From creating the contract, putting it out to bid, getting the competition, reviewing proposals, and finally making an award and getting the product or service that they need. In comparison, going through an indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity, or IDIQ contract like a GSA schedule reduces that number from about 400 hours to under 200. So you can see an almost 50% reduction in the burden for competing. And one of the big questions is, well, why is it so much easier to use the schedules, right? These IDIQ vehicles, right? And the key thing that GSA found was they're doing a lot of the work for these buyers. So normally a buyer needs to do a responsibility determination. They need to make sure that the company they're buying from is financially sound, that they are a responsible contractor, and GSA has already done that. Another key thing is small business subcontracting plans, and that's a requirement. Every large business that holds a GSA schedule needs to have an approved small business subcontracting plan. And then finally is pricing. All prices on a GSA schedule contract have already been determined fair and reasonable by a warranted GSA contracting officer. So all these little things add up, and it's just means that it's work that a buyer doesn't have to do themselves. They can rely on GSA having already accomplished it for them, and that saves them effort, hours, and it means they can get back to what they need to do in supporting their agency missions. I also have one other thing with the experience of it that we see a lot is, there's 15,000 contractors on a GSA schedule, and a common question that we'll hear from buyers is, wow, if I put an RFQ out, am I going to get 1,000 quotes? Because I don't want that. That's way too many. I don't want to review that. And the good news on that is GSA has done the research on this too. And they found that even though they have a massive industrial base, you really do get the best of both worlds, because on average, you're only ever going to get 3 quotes when you put an RFQ out. So you still have access to all the companies that you need to fulfill your needs, but you're not going to be overwhelmed with responses. It truly is a competitive marketplace where you can find the goods and services you need.
From a commercial standpoint, Chris, how much effort is required to review and receive pricing, review the approval process, and prepare proposal responses for RFQs?
Thanks, Tim. So while government invest significant resources in preparing, publishing, evaluating all proposals, and awarding a contract, ACI as a proposer, we have a significant investment of resources from multiple subject matter experts, including product, solution consulting, sales, customer success, and a full dedicated RFP team that has to look at all of the requirements and respond to such. In addition, we have to model the cost and pricing and then take all of that through our RFP and internal approval process. As a result of this significant investment in a traditional procurement out there, an RFP, we carefully review opportunities and only pursue opportunities that really are determined to align and fit well with all of our capabilities. And most importantly, that we truly understand what the true business issues of the government are and what they're trying to address. What that means is we typically don't address and pursue blind RFPs where we have no knowledge of really what's driving the government. What are the issues that they're looking to solve, or is this going to be awarded to the incumbent and they're only doing this to conduct a procurement because of policy or rule. So from our perspective, RFQs, on the other hand, we actually receive daily emails from the GSA from all RFQs that are in the same category as ACI's products and services on our GSA schedule. And we're actually very focused on the GSA RFQs, as these are typically streamlined processes with very clear requirements and objectives. And ACI has been fully vetted competitively, as well as we have fully negotiated all terms and conditions. So we submit responses to each and every GSA RFQ that aligns with our products and services on our schedule, while we're very selective in what non-GSA procurements that we'll participate in.